We kick off the weekend with a sweep in the WNBA, going 3-0 for plus 3 units. It's only fitting we end the week with another sweep. Are you with me? What's up, sports fans? My name is Chris. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of The Bounce. We are a daily WNBA betting show that breaks down the odds board and gives you free WNBA selections for each game of the regular season. Today is Sunday, June 11th, and we have a stacked card for you. We have 6 games, the first time this season. All 12 teams are in action on the same day, and we've circled 3 selections that we absolutely love to make us some money here tonight. Before we get into the plays, though, if you haven't already dropped a like on the video, I'd very much appreciate that. We did break 50 likes on the last video, as I asked. If we can do that again, that'd be fantastic. If you guys are new around here, please subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any great content and picks moving forward. As we look at today's odds boards, we have the New York Liberty minus 8.5 home point favorites over the Dallas Wings, the Las Vegas Aces 13.5 point favorites over the Chicago Sky, the Washington Mystics 5.5 point road favorites over the Seattle Storm, the Connecticut Sun 2.5 point road favorites over the Atlanta Dream, the Indiana Fever 3.5 point home favorites over the Phoenix Mercury, and the Los Angeles Sparks as 1.5 point road favorites over the Minnesota Lynx. The first play we have for you is over 169.5 points in the New York-Dallas contest. The odds are minus 110. Look, these two teams can score at will, and on Sunday afternoon in Brooklyn, I expect a very fast-paced game. I expect plenty of possessions for each team, and I expect both teams to hit the upper 80s in this contest. The Liberty, they're coming off a great game in their last outing. They put up their season-high point total of 106. And how can you not get excited about the possibility of running it back on such a short turnaround? Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, John Cole Jones will all be chomping at the bit to, pad their stats in this contest against a Dallas Wings team that is simply ranked in the bottom half of the league in terms of defensive rating. Offensively, for the Wings, they're one of the better teams in the league in scoring the basketball. They put points up in bunches. And I expect both teams to trade buckets here in this one, and I expect a high-scoring game. The Wings, they've scored at least 84 points in back-to-back games. They crashed the offensive board like no tomorrow. They're ranked first in terms of rebounding and offensive rebounding, hauling in 12 per game. And against the New York team that is simply, a bit of a finesse team on both ends of the court. They don't exactly rebound well. I expect the Dallas Wings to get plenty of second-chance points. This will definitely help our over ticket. Give me the over 169.5 in the New York-Dallas contest. The second play we have for you is the Washington Mystics minus 5.5 points over the Seattle Storm. The odds are minus 110. Look, it's tough to beat any team, in back-to-back games in, a span of 2 nights, but I believe the Seattle Storm are done for this season. They do get Jewel Lloyd back in the lineup for this contest, and while she's having an individually great season, averaging 28 points per game, the rest of the team just stinks around her. The Mystics in the first game on Friday, they shot the ball poorly. They just shot 38% from the floor and 6 for 22 from three-point land. They still won the game by 7, and if they can at least up the numbers a little bit to about 42 and maybe 40% from three-point range, they're going to absolutely dominate this game. Their roster is deeper than the Storm, and I do believe that this spot sets up nicely for a Mystics team to cover this spread once again. Give me the Washington Mystics minus 5.5 points at odds of minus 110. Third play we have for you is the Indiana Fever minus 3.5 points over the Phoenix Mercury. The odds are minus 110. Look, I told you at the beginning of the season, my regular season win total piece, I do believe both the teams are going to stay under their season win total, but I didn't expect Phoenix to be this atrocious, and I didn't expect Indiana to have 2 wins after 7 games so far this season. Why not make it 3 wins after 8? They come off a big win. They're returning home after beating Minnesota 71-69. They needed a big fourth quarter. They were down by 4 points heading into that fourth quarter. And, typically bad teams tend to fold up shop and just move on to the next game. But they showed some resilience. They showed some fight. And they ultimately got the job done on the road. Now they return home to face an old and aging Phoenix Mercury team that was just wiped off the floor against Dallas in back-to-back games. This is their 3rd consecutive road game. And with an aging squad, they seem to get tired in both of their last 2 games late in the second half. I do believe Indiana is a young team. They have the legs to run the Mercury off the court, and I do believe that this is a great spot for the Indiana Fever to carry some momentum from the Minnesota win into this home game, and they'll take care of business against a very terrible Phoenix Mercury side. Give me the Indiana Fever minus 3.5 points here at odds of minus 110. For those of you who are interested in the other 3 games that I didn't pick, I'm going to give you some leans here. These are not official plays. If I had to play it, I would take the Vegas Aces. I would lay the points minus 13.5 over the Chicago Sky. I don't think the Sky's going to be able to keep up with the Aces, especially on the road in that game. I would take the Connecticut Sun minus 2.5 points over the Atlanta Dream. Atlanta's defense is not great. Connecticut Sun can limit Atlanta's attack, and I do believe the Connecticut Sun are the deeper team in this contest. I would lay the 2.5 points. And for the late game, I would take the Los Angeles Sparks on the money line over the Minnesota Lynx. The Sparks can score, Minnesota can't, and I'm not sure why this line is very low. It could be a sort of a trap game for the Sparks on the road, but I'll take the better offense any day of the week. That wraps up the 21st episode of The Bounce. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to help support the videos, please subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any great content. Drop a like on the video. If we can break 50 likes again this video, that'd be fantastic. And share these pics with your friends on social media so we can all make some money together. The next available episode of The Bounce will be out on Monday night. Until next time,